Managing customer success effectively can take a lot of work. Even the best teams can struggle with repetitive data entry, handling support tickets, renewals, and keeping track of meetings. That's why customer success teams worldwide use Process Street to manage their operations and provide killer customer service. Let's say you're a SaaS company and you've just landed a new client. The following is how many CS teams already structure their customer implementation workflow in Process Street. The workflow starts when an opportunity is marked Closed Won in Salesforce. Thanks to Process Street's automations, this automatically triggers your implementation workflow and fills in the customer's details to save time. All you need to do is select whether it's necessary to talk to the account executive from sales to get a better idea of their use case for the product. If yes, your workflow's conditional logic will add the relevant task to speak to the AE. Next, you identify the account executive in this Members form field. This will automatically assign them to their relevant tasks via role assignments. It's then their job to review and approve or reject the details currently entered. They can also leave comments with the rejection if they want to specify what data needs changing. Following on from this, you need to talk to the account executive to gather information about the client. This is the task that was added by the conditional logic, and it's assigned to both the main operative and account executive so that both can see that a meeting is necessary. Next, you start prepping for the main implementation call with the new customer. By thinking of the customer's situation and potential needs, you can prepare ideas to demonstrate to them in the call. It's a great way to show what your product can do while heading off questions before they're asked. Speaking of which, this task contains a pre-formatted email which you can send to the customer. This pulls information from earlier in the workflow run to eliminate any data entry, and contains a link for the customer to book their implementation call with you. Then it's time to prep for the call. This usually involves recording the key points you'll cover, a link to the project folder for the client, if necessary, the date and time they book the call for, and any other relevant information. The next task is automatically set to be due 5 minutes before the call is scheduled to happen. This will give the call operator a task in their inbox that they can use to stay on track and never miss a beat. Now it's time for the main setup call. Here, the operator is provided with a list of subtasks they can use to make sure the client gets value for their time, and a place for them to record their notes from the call. Since this is all stored in the workflow run, literally anyone who needs the information can check it at the same time as anything else in the implementation process. Over the next 3 days, your CS team member will monitor the customer's usage of the product and the success that they have with it. Notes on things like the customer's progress, usage, problems they encounter, and questions they have will be recorded in the form fields in this task. Finally, you send a follow-up email to the new customer to check how they're getting along. If they ask any simple questions in return, then you can answer them in an email chain, but if there are any large issues, you can use this form field to indicate that they need a follow-up call. Doing so will add one last task to the workflow, containing space for you to record all of the information covered in the follow-up call. That's it. Your customer is now fully up to speed and is on their way to becoming a power user. Start empowering your customers and supercharging your CS workflows with Process Street today. Sign up for a free account at process.st.